Good job, Kawa.
There we go, guys. We've got us. Oh, I don't even have my mic on.
Good job. They're like, hey guys, Luminous, game started. Come here. And Kawa can't get the overlays correct. God can't get the mics on. And the monitor in his back is not working.
We haven't got overlays. Okay.
$40K studio, guys.
39K.
39K. All right.
Get your math right.
All
If I had another 1K, we would have overlays on here. I would have my mic on.
Okay.
I was just underpaid by.
All it takes is
small
1K.
amount.
All right, guys. Welcome to the last quarterfinal match of the quarterfinal.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Of the SinaCup Supernova Dota 2 Open. This is Mineski AMD versus LGD Gaming, and of course, Gio Mineski. Let's call it a day.
I've just quoted you on Twitter. I've got you.
What'd you call me
under
on?
oath.
What'd you call me on?
Game's starting on time. What the hell? But we'll be done in an hour because Mineski too strong.
Exactly.
So
there's really nothing. And
it.
LG China picking up Wisp, like really game over, because do they even know how to play Wisp?
Ooh, this is something LG China has never really done before, but we'll see how it fits in. They've got a new player, as we should mention. Silos left the team, being replaced by the former Rising Stars carry player, Xiao Tuji.
He's changing names, calling himself Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Well then.
And they're changing picks. They're doing a lot of stuff differently. Mineski, though, they're a team who...
Big changes, changing pictures, guys.
Radiance ban.
What about Mineski? Man, I feel like this is going to be the closest of the quarterfinal games so far. We've had only one of the three so far go 3 games, which was the one we just saw. But that was... It still felt like Tongfu were the far better team, but they got caught out by a surprise strat. This series, Mineski have been playing pretty well lately. They've won the last 2 GST tournaments. LGD just have a new roster change. I would even give them... I would say... like. Ask me for a prediction. I'd say something like 2-1 from Mineski even. I think it's going to go. I think it's going to go 3 games, and I think Mineski might take it.
So, given the fact that I've recently cast a Mineski replay, Mineski versus Bam Bang FC, I could tell you that the Miski Razor, the guy who actually doesn't have a name, he's actually really good at the solo mid. So,
is that Bimbo or Jay?
No, I guess Bimbo. Jay was generally in the captain slot. And now they have a stand-in the captain slot, so I don't know what's happening.
This one, the 4th player is Joven.
Joven. This guy.
Is that who was playing the Joven?
I don't know. It says ... to me right now. I don't know what that means.
That's Joven, who's like one of their star solo / carry players.
Okay, so
one of the I think stand-in is Jay, and then Dot is Joven. Was it Dot who played the really
puck?
Good solo mid?
Yes.
Okay, that was Joven.
So I'm actually looking forward to the Xiao versus, or maybe even Yao versus Joven matchup.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I know for sure about Mineski. The other thing I know about Mineski is that they are very good at kind of starting aggression, but sometimes they have difficulty containing aggression. They are aggressively at buying back and teleporting in, which may or may not work out in their favor. I feel like aggressive team generally matches up very well against LG China, who sometimes kind of suffer from against aggression teams. So
they'll bait you into those big MAGA RPs, the Darkseer vacuum walls. They're kind of... Well, in this case, it's going to be a puck. This is just non-LGD-esque drafts. I mean, I like that they're mixing things up. I think their old style is just too predictable, too much just the same every single game. Where
they're good at it, though.
They are good at it, but it didn't do them all too well at TI3.
Well, Boba was too good at TI3.
Boba did get in their way, but we're going to see how Mineski look to round things off with their lineup. They've got themselves an early Naga Siren pick. A good way of dealing with a Wisp if he's going to relocate in. You just pop to sleep, buy yourself some time. You can just wait for them to sort of relocate back, or at least try and use it to save teammates. So I think this is okay. Weaver also not the easiest here to gank. We'll have to see what LG look to combine with the Wisp. They picked up the puck second, and CK Alchemist both taken out. Yeah,
Naga Siren has traditionally been a very safe first pick because you could kind of combo her in very much kind of lineup. You can see the synergy coming out here. Naga Weaver as minus armor, but is LG Gaming taking out Page out of the NE playbook? So we see Wisp bounty and puck, and Spirit Breaker time is gonna be legit. I mean, is LG just watching those previous games like, yeah, let's try to do that against Mineski? I'm down for this.
I'm not complaining either. Other possible heroes would be something like a Spirit Breaker if they want. Oh, sorry, like a Sven, which could go with the Wisp, but
10 seconds
I want to see the Spirit Breaker.
Sven has AoE stun, but Spirit Breaker has AoE stun as well. Let's be honest there. Gyrocopter is going to be the pickup here, which is actually a very good against Spirit Breaker. If your Rocket Barrage does land, it doesn't matter if you have a ton of HP or armor. He call down as well as Flat Cannon, as well as Rocket Barrage will pierce through everything. traditionally very good against Wisp, as Flat Cannon hits very far and with very low armor. So I think this is one of the smarter pickup. This is one of the first time we've seen Gyrocopter in the SinaCup, which is surprising because Gyrocopter is one of those heroes that you imagine you see every day in every match.
It's for a long time it was every single match. It's starting to fall off a little bit. It feels like, just.
I think
feel
part
like
of it
the
is
last
also
week or
teams
so.
trying newer heroes,
Yeah,
different heroes.
I'd agree there. Well, LG Gaming, if they want the Spirit Breaker,
Ooh,
PA
Phantom Assassin.
with
All
PA.
right. With PA plus, I think Bounty and PA is actually a very, very good combo. Both of these heroes chase very well. Don't underestimate PA's kind of killing power in lane, especially if, let's say, LG wants to last pick a Chen, for example. Stifling Dagger, long range, good harassment spell, and really sets you up in terms of a Chen stomp. But one thing they do have to be careful about is that they are probably laning against a Weaver on the off lane, and your Stifling Dagger is not going to do too much in terms of the slowing component. So, a very curious pick from LGD Gaming.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that Rising Stars actually used to do. It was Alliance who first put up the Wisp PA, but shortly after we saw Rising Stars doing it with Zhao Chuji and their Wisp player, Air, I believe who it was. They would actually run this and with quite decent success. Rising Stars, one of the only Chinese teams who would frequently pick the Wisp, and Zhao Chuji now the carry player under the name of Rabbit for LGD China. So,
Yeah, so maybe they're saying, hey, I'm a little bit more comfortable with the Phantom Assassin Wisp combo. Let's try it out a little bit. I'm not actually too sure how it kind of pans out against this particular lineup. Gyrocopter, I think traditionally very good against Phantom Assassin. Rocket Barrage, again, a spell that you can't really ignore. And you really kind of have to pop your BKB to deal with it. So I'm not really liking the draft coming out from LGD too much, considering that I haven't seen them play Wisp too well. Their Bounty Hunter play in the past has been somewhat lackluster. Again, this is a team that traditionally isn't known for ganking and playing kind of a high-tempo game, but their draft is telling them to play that kind of game.
how do you what do you use to round it off to make the draft not quite as potentially weak as you might say?
Well, they need a support, right, for their last draft. So I'm thinking a support that could kind of push well, that could gank well and have decent AoE team fight. And I think Jakiro fits to take it.
Yeah.
Good range, Liquefier is a good push if you want to take that point up a little bit early. Good defensive, good HP overall. Just a good kind of hero in all aspects of the game. But who knows? Who knows
I feel
what they're thinking
Enigma would
about?
be really solid.
Sure, Enigma's gonna. Well, against Rubik, Steel, it's a little bit sketch. Against Song of Siren, you're never really gonna find a good black
Song
hole.
of the Siren can maybe be. It's like the counter to the TI2 moment man, the play man, the Enigma black hole to sort of counter the Naga Siren sleep.
I guess so.
But it's one of those things where they need to add some team fight element. They've got the puck there, but there's not really a whole lot of follow up AoE damage. Bounty Hunter, single target, PA, single target, Wisp just sort of going to be supporting the PA constantly. So if not something like with a big team fight, it needs to be something which offers them a lot of damage and killing power, something like a Lina even.
This is actually really a sketch, but I'm gonna suggest Sanking.
Yeah,
you have Tether
sounds good.
Sanking early
Yeah.
game stun as an initiation spell. Really good against some of these squishies, and of course you let's not forget Relocate Epicenter. That's definitely a pretty flashy combo to throw in the middle of a team fight. So I think Sanking is a support that LG Gaming has also run many times in the past. One of the more practiced heroes. So let's see if they're gonna go to that.
Yeah, LG China do have their work cut out. The Mineski go very standard with their last pick. Pick CM. Enigma last. So the
Gods is
CM
on fire today, man. These guesses. I'm not
didn't
liking
guess the
Enigma
Spirit
pick. That's true. I just
the
don't think
PL,
Enigma
that's
is gonna be a good hero in the sense of
it's gonna be. I think they know they can get Enigma the fastest stronger in the game, and they think they can get away with it because Mineski. They're probably not expecting an offensive trial in, but Mineski could easily do that with what they've got. They've got plenty of strong sort of supporting options here. We're actually going to be seeing maybe a solo Rubik, or is this a farming Naga? Sorry, farming Naga Siren actually. Looks like maybe a farming. Yeah, Jesse Vash picks up the Naga Siren, so we'll be looking at a farming Naga Siren over on the Mineski side.
So are we expecting a? Well, it doesn't seem maybe offensive trialing Naga. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Let's introduce the players. Mineski on the Radiant side, a team that we expected 2-0 LGD China. OWA playing Rubik. We have Joven playing the Weaver. Seems like he's actually going mid. We have Jay playing Gyrocopter, now moving up top, maybe going offensive. We have Jesse Vash playing Naga Siren, and not as a support. And last but not least, Crystal Maiden is going to be handled by RTR.
Well, over on the Dire side, it's the LGD China squad. They haven't had too many changes, just the carry player being swapped out. It's going to be Zhao Chuji or Rabbit playing the Phantom Assassin in the safe lane. He's going to be supported by the DDC Wisp. A first for myself, I believe, seeing him play this hero. DD, the other support player, is going to be playing the Enigma. in a defensive jungle, it looks like initially. Zhao Wait on the solo mid puck. He's gone for a very, very heavily stacked solo mid puck build being pulled. Tangos as well as Salve. And then finally Yao, the offlane LGD player. He's on the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, so very, very curious to actually talk about is the two supports coming out from LGD. They have been a familiar face as the two carries kind of run into each other in the jungle. They are very familiar in terms of playing your standard, pulling the lane, zoning people out, your standard in-lane supports. I have not really seen these two players play more of the jungle supports or kind of roaming back and forth, so we'll see whether they could play the Wisp and Enigma to the same degree of successes they have played in the more in-lane support, because it definitely requires a different playstyle as well as a different set of timing, especially for Enigma, for example. You gotta jungle, you gotta check runes, you gotta make sure you're ganking, things of that nature. So we'll see how DD as well as DDC handle themselves. But looks like right from the get-go, Bounty Hunter, where is he? No, he's actually pulling on the bot lane. He's gonna get himself a free level 2. He's gonna get a 1v1 matchup against Jay, but I imagine Jay's gonna have the full advantage in this particular lane.
This is a great way to punish the Enigma jungle. Going for an offensive trial when you have these kinds of heroes, they can make sure that the weak lanes of LGD, the PA being in just a dual lane, is going to have a really tough time farming. The Enigma's going to be fine. He's not going to get contested in the dire jungle because he's actually swapped to the bottom lane. If he can get off a gank or two on this gyrocopter, or alternatively, or he can't really gank the Weaver at mid, but gank the gyrocopter bottom, this will be sort of the way LGD can make up for these lanes.
Yeah, it's actually not too hard because you know Bounty Hunter is going to be invisible half the time. Deciding whether he takes up Shuriken Toss or Janata is going to be a very, very important decision in the skill tree. I think this lane you actually go Janata, you're not going to have too much, or sorry, Shuriken Toss, you're not going to have too much time to actually go in and Janata hit. You can see that Rocket Barrage will ward him away. But going back to your point, if he has like level 2 Shuriken Toss, Janata hit and Malefice and a couple of Eidolon sits will easily get the kill. DD dropping quite low in terms of his HP though, so gotta tango back up.
Yeah, they did buy those tangos to start things off. He's going to have to try and get that soaring up nice and fast. And right now, he's not really on track to get it. With, I guess, 2 clarities left. He should be able to make it.
He should be.
With those.
Yeah, it's very strange not to see you start with a Ring of Protection at the very least, or even a Sage's Mask. But he should be okay, depending whether he can find himself a kill on the bot lane. But yeah, two clarities should be more than enough.
Yeah. If he goes for a gank on the bottom lane, he won't be. It'll be costly because he has to use a Malefice, which could result in him not getting that fast soaring. But we'll see how he looks to play this out. As far as this top trialing versus dual lane goes, PA just the 1 CS. It's not going to get any farm except with Stifling Dagger farm, and this PA already using a lot of her mana actually, down to 60 mana early. I think a Phantom Strike was maybe used just to keep him alive earlier. Yeah, she's actually using Stifling Dagger at level 1, and they do 50 pure damage, but it's just not enough in terms of kind of dealing with 2 or 3 heroes denying. It looks like we have a Riptide being dropped off. At the same time, this particular lane's not really ever going to die. Blink Strike as a defensive mechanism, Stifling Dagger and a safe farm. She is running very low in terms of mana, but she's just one Magic Stick pickup away from not dying this lane, so I think she's going to be okay. What I really want to look towards to is how well LGD will play on this bot lane. He's actually is leveling up that Janata, so when you're leveling the Janata, you're telling yourself, hey, I expect to go in a lot for a lot of physical right clicks and harass, and that's exactly what Yao's doing. Yeah, Gyrocopter is going to go for Tranquil Boots, it looks like. It has got a Ring of Protection. Alternatively, just go straight for the Wraith Band. What's it called, that Lumi? The item I'm talking about. Ring of Aquila, that's the one. But mid lane, it's actually Puck who's been forced to bottle Crow. He just got his courier back with his bottle, and Weaver's sort of slightly better at controlling the runes because of how Shikuchi works, but he's going to also bottle Crow with no rune spawning for some time. So bottle Crow versus bottle Crow at mid lane. It's not Pinot Dodo without some bottle Crow, Lumi. Of course not. Also want to say, since we're on the topic of Bottle Crow has been existing for like 10 years. Pinot's been doing it forever, and ever since the Western and Eastern teams been doing it, Bottle Crow gets nerfed. That's all I'm going to say. Meanwhile, gank attempt is going to be happening on the bot lane. 6 Eidolons available, and Malefice is up as well. There's also a bottle up on DD. Oh, went for a bottle here. This is very interesting. I guess maybe the Soaring was just coming a bit too slow. Did give him some HP, which he needed, but here comes the gank. He's got 6 Eidolons. They're going to expire very soon, though. They're going to provide just enough damage. They should be able to get this kill here. Janata is there. There's only a level 1 Trukin. There's a TP. Nice TP from CM, but it's just a little bit too late. And Yao not in range of the tower. If he was in tower range with that Frostbite, could have seen a revenge kill. Yeah, something that Jay should have been expected to come. Once Enigma turns level 3 or level 4, that gank is very, very possible. I don't think he expected the full bottle regen, because a lot of times Enigma hangs himself very low in terms of mana HP. Yeah. The bottle brought him back up to full, allowing him to set up the gank. He's actually level 5 now, and with Black Hole, he definitely can set up a gank on the mid lane if he wants to do so. He's actually very interesting taking up Eidolon as well.
instead of the Malefice, which is traditionally the spell that you do level up. So perhaps just choosing the jungle a little bit quicker.
I don't think Jay maybe even knew Enigma was in his jungle, to be honest.
Yeah, sure, I guess so.
They never scouted out. They didn't have the ward at the top river isn't overseeing the jungle spot, so there's a very good chance he never actually knew that Enigma was in his jungle the entire early game.
Yeah, now he should know, but he is going to have a little bit of backup support from the Crystal Maiden, who is going to take herself up to level 3. But once Enigma has Black Hole, the gank on the mid lane is very possible. The gank on the bot lane, once again, should be very likely as well. And we'll see exactly what he wants to go. Boots of Speed now up on him as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a very useful offensive jungle on the Enigma. Has got the level 6 you just talked about, and well, with some newly converted creeps here, I think he's just going to go straight for another gank on the bottom lane.
Yeah, why not? I mean, even if you're not going to get the kill like this, you can see that Jay is just going very far back. In fact, they want the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden's dead. Track. She's running to the left, and Malefice is going to easily steal the deal. Black Hole's going to be dropped. I think no Black Hole just yet. Now it's a Black Hole, but the Rocket Barrage is going to seal the deal there. Eidolon's doing a little bit of damage. It's not going to be enough. He does have the bottom region. Cooldown's going to get dropped. Jay's going to get himself a double. Huge costly mistake coming out from DD. I think the Black Hole came way too late for that to happen. And well,
was it even like some RNG luck with that rocket barrage? I feel like it hit the bounty a lot more than it hit the Enigma.
Sure. I'm not sure whether it's based by distance, but it definitely hits.
It's random as far as I think. Yeah, I think it should be completely random as far as the target it chooses with each one.
Jay pulling out some RNGG, which I'm pretty sure Xiao Tuji will want to tap into that power a little bit later on. He's going to pick himself boost of speed. Actually, with the Crystal Maiden being drawn to the bot lane, this lane...
Gyro needs to be careful, but I think Yao's just going to try dive him under the tower. He needs another rocket barrage. Not going to come, and Yao 1v1 solo kills him.
Yep, Phase Boot's going to get picked up here by Yao, and that's going to help a lot in terms of the Janata crit. You can see that he's also taking back up on Shuriken. This is generally the build that you want to go for. Meanwhile, OWA Invis, he needs one more. He needs any +1 to actually get this solo kill. Yao doesn't have a poor man's show either, so maybe a couple more physical right-click will do the job. Not too sure.
Still some time on this Invis rune. He's actually... Nope, he's going to... Oh, there's a TP coming in. He should just stay bottom and go for this kill. Bounty Hunter actually... going to rotate towards the middle lane. Knows as soon as the gyrocopter respawns that he is in a bit of danger here of going down, but he's got bottle. Is that his own bottle?
Triple bottle, I think so.
I was about to say, did he just borrow someone's bottle? It's his own bottle. Puck's going bottle crow. Bounty's, well, he's got his bottle. Enigma's got one. This is, well, they're not saving any money on bottles.
Yeah, we do see you can see that Joven playing a lot, very aggressive, and it looks like we can see a Dreamcoat being dropped. Track going to come out. Puck dropping low. They are going to trade for one kill. I think that's an okay trade. Two heroes dropping, getting experience on the mid lane, but Yao's got the track kill, so...
Yeah, Yao got decent gold for that, but Weaver at least got experience and gold before he died. The Puck going down first does make a big difference.
Back on the top lane, Naga Sirens is taking a little bit of damage. Ever since the 2 support has left the lane, you can see that PA has been playing a lot more aggressively. This hero can play aggressively, and... especially once you get the face, but for now it looks like we're going to see a Blink Strike up top. Where's the Malefice? There's a Malefice being dropped. There's no level 6 on Jesse Vash just yet. No teleport support either. Mirror Illusion trying to debuff it. They will get the buff. A second Stifling Dagger is going to come through. Net is going to get dropped, and here comes Joven trying to go on DD. Doesn't have Black Hole available, dropping on about half HP. Eidolon's not really focusing on anything just yet. Still going for the kill. They are going to get the kill, and...
just.
No! Oh, the tank! Oh, not going to be enough! Wow. That was really close, but really good on-point mirror image, debuffing that stun, and a good TP coming in from Joven, picking up the kill.
It's something a lot of Naga Siren players, they may not go for that early mirror illusion point. They'll just go for more points in the ensnare and Riptide early. It was actually Vic who was asking me because he plays a lot of support Naga Siren. He's like, man, when do you get this point in mirror image? And right now there's a good case for getting it very early on at level 4, level 5.
Malefice, Track, those are the spells that you want to buff, but... Jay perhaps in a little bit of trouble once again on the bot lane. They just need Windwalk, they just need Track, and it looks like they have everything. They don't have, no, they have the Dream Coat as well. Calldown's going to get used, and first nuke going to get dodged. Xiao's going to go back out. DD dropping low, but they are going to get the kill. DD, yeah,
they're going to get counter kill.
That's okay though. Again, Track kill being traded here. Experience going to Xiao 8. I think if you're trading kills successfully early on, you're absolutely fine.
I think Jay played that really well. The immediate cooldown drop. He almost, if there's a TP in from someone like a Crystal Maiden, or if Naga Siren gets a Song of the Siren off, he almost survives that because Bounty Hunter didn't get the Janata hit off very fast because the first cooldown hit actually hits him. So really nicely reacted and played, even though he does go down there. He realizes he needs to tank up as much as possible. He's being ganked. He just picks up a Belt of Giant Strength. Will eventually turn that into some treads and. Wants to pick up the Ogre Club probably pretty fast as well, just to go for a straight BKB.
Yeah, meanwhile, up on top lane here, looks like Joven applying a ton of pressure. DD, oh, it's going to get Swarm, and I think if Swarm hits, he's going to be dead. He does have Black Hole available, but no, it looks like Joven's not going to get the chase. We go back into mid lane, Xiao still working towards his Blink Dagger. I wonder if he's going to go straight Blink first, or do you think this is one of those games that you want to go Treads, just for a little bit of extra survivability?
On the puck?
Yeah.
I think definitely you want to just go straight for the Blink Dagger. The survivability is okay, but you can disjoin a lot of stuff like the Ensnare using Phase Shift. I don't think there's any like direct stun or like disable that's going to cause him enough problems that he needs to go for extra HP.
Well, we'll see exactly what he decides to go for. Gank attempt up top here by Yao, not going to be able to track off the Weaver and get the kill. In fact, I think they're rotating mid to try to set up a kill there instead. Yao's been rotating quite a bit. He really wants that second point of Shadow Walk, because on the first point you really need to use your Wind Walk or Shadow Walk whenever it cools down, and it only lasts for 15 seconds, and that's also how long the cooldown is as well.
Yeah, definitely agree. We do see Bounty Hunter actually getting a track off on the Weaver. May see a Weaver time lapse just to get rid of it, or he's just going to have to wait it out. And he's not going to use the time lapse, so decides to keep that 60-second cooldown. As he's just sitting behind the Gyrocopter mid lane, has been scouted out. Rubik's there as well, so they know if there's any aggression coming in, they're ready to counter it. There's a Sentry Ward on the high ground, though, and they kind of need one further down. Oh, see, they have got one further down in the middle lane. This is going to prevent Yao from getting any kind of entry. Yeah,
Yao, I mean, he's not doing too much in terms of putting numbers on the scoreboard, but what he is doing is forcing enemy teams to play a little bit closer to each other, tracking to provide vision.
Numbers on the scoreboard, he's all 5 of their kills.
Well, never mind. He's definitely doing both.
I mean, just the last 3 or 4 minutes, we can see Mineski just sort of denying him any more openings to get additional kills for LGD China.
Yeah, a lot of the kills he's gotten so far has been in lane. Xiao 8's got 1,300 gold. Seems like he is going to be saving for the quick Blink Dagger, which I think to the case that you have a bounty on the team and you are going to be ganking very aggressively, might as well just go for a very glass cannon ganking build. And seems like that's what he's going to go for. Yao going back in the bot lane, trying to finish his drums.
Yeah, I think this is smart. He realized he can't really gank. Jesse Vest is just going to walk up, go for a Riptide. Doesn't want to throw an Ensnare, as there wasn't a whole lot of follow-up or backup damage. And top lane, you've still got Weaver actually rotating top from the middle lane, deciding he's going to be the one to go up against his PA. The one big thing we haven't seen yet is any Wisp relocate game, because Wisp isn't level 6, so 12 minutes in, I guess you'd want him getting that level 6 around like 10, 11 minutes, so it's not that slow. But once he's level 6, we're probably going to see PA get more involved, because this PA has suddenly got a decent amount of farm, phase boots up. He's going to be going for that Drum of Endurance build, or at least a casual bracer for extra survivability, and there's a lot of potential for LGD to start snowballing with track kills, with relocate ganks, and Enigma with a fast mech, fast blink on the puck. Yeah, the only unfortunate thing here for LG China is the fact that there is Solemn Siren available, so that's going to be at least one get out of jail free card. Now you can see that with just a simple phase boot and level 8 on our PA, they're actually creating for a lot. Here we go, the gank up on RT, up on the bot lane, Stifling Dagger, Blink Strike, easy kill. Unfortunately, there's no track available there. Joven thinks about it going in, but double damage Puck as well as PA, you don't want to mess with that one. Meanwhile, Puck seems like he's on the run by himself. If he gets lifted, he's in huge trouble. He orbs right. Oh, he gets picked up here, and there's no ally from his team. He's going to get picked off. Rare mistake from Xiao 8, and Joven picks that one up for free. I'm going to just defend him here. This is, for those of you tuning in, this is playing on a Singapore server, so they do have a slight bit of delay, and that to me is just not a mistake, but just something where it was just the delay in the actual game. Because that was, Xiao 8 as a player would not make a mistake like that.
Yeah, well,
that's as easy as just pushing E. He knows he's just gonna he sees the Rubik, he knows he's just gonna orb out of there. So it's quite likely the case.
Well, Yao back in the mid lane has level 2 track, waits for the TP. There's a track on top, and Jay's just playing way too aggressive right next to the tower. You can see he's gonna get gangbanged by 3 heroes. Oh, Courier flying in. That almost got picked off as well. But Bounty Hunter, true to his form, being involved in almost every single kill for his team, and he's out to look for more. He's got drums finished. Drums, a very good item to pick up in this game, considering that there's a ton of burst magical damage, and you just want the extra HP, you just want the extra movement speed to keep chasing people. And he sees OWA, that's yet another very easy track kill.
Yeah, Owen needs to be very careful here. There is the Weaver there, but that's not going to really do it. Well timed, and Bounty Hunter's going to walk directly into this. Weaver should see this. He may just, he should creep immediately. You're going to actually try and go on Yao.
Spell steal.
Oh, gets it. Obviously, should have made
the hits. That was going to be the kill.
Not quite enough damage. So can we see a Dream Call come out from Xiao 8? Can Xiao 8 actually finish off Owa here? Joven's kind of confused about who to go for. Yao's going to go back in Frostbitten. This will be his death, but it's going to be a track kill to his name on the Rubik.
Xiaowei didn't
could
go
be
into
careful.
low ground. Battle block. He's going to have one
No
more
orb.
phase and nice regen, but he's going to go down as well. That's a double kill on Joven. Joven as a Weaver, you don't expect a hero like that to be involved in a ton of kills, but somehow he's been part of a lot of kills for his team.
Meanwhile, Wisp, they do get a kill on Naga Siren at the top lane.
The die have
Looks
been
like
to do
they just
something
use
about
a
it.
Wisp PA initiation coming in. They do have the relocate if they want to defend bottom. One TP in with a relocate, but the T1 tower already down. If Mineski continued to force the issue, I'm sure there'd be a response, but they're just going to back off. There's a rune spawning bottom,
Guess
and
what's happening
it
to
looks
die
like
at the
Mineski
bottom
just happy to
tower?
take what they've got. Mineski currently, they're behind by about 2,000 gold.
And I think that's a lot of it coming down from farming as
Yeah.
well, and the track kill. Let's not forget about that Bounty Hunter being involved in quite a bit. Xiao Tuji's got himself a Vlad being finished. A very interesting early game item choice. Something that I'm not sure whether I agree with. There's a ton of magical burst damage, but they're saying I got to worry about the minus armor as well. I got to deal with Flat Cannon, Swarm, and Riptide. So it's a very tough choice where you have to build both physical and magical survivability. A little bit of Tower Siege back in the middle here from Mineski, but they have to back off because you have to respect the power of a possible Blink Dagger, which, by the way, is up on Xiaowei, and a Relocate Gang. If you get Dream Core and relocated on, you're dead. Everybody's dead. So they just have to back off.
Yeah, the similar case for LGD. They actually decide to not really press the issue too much at the top lane. They want to try to find these openings like you're talking about, find these ganks. They've got the mech up on Enigma. Enigma actually level 11. He's getting a ton of experience, and that's something which LGD, having the jungle Enigma is such a fast jungler, have a big experience lead. They're up by 3,000 XP, and need to try and find somewhere to use these items and level advantage of theirs to actually take some good team
Mid lane,
fights.
or top lane here, it looks like Xiao Tuji get in, net it. He's going to try to get the Blink Strike. Where's the Blink Strike? He does Blink to DDC.
Relocate out?
No relocate out at all. This is something I...
Could have used it, but I guess decides he wants to save it.
Yeah, I think DDC was a little bit too far away from the first couple initial seconds of the defensive Blink Strike. Back in the mid lane here, looks like DDC in huge trouble
mid.
as well. Where's the relocate? There's a relocate. Tether coming back in from the puck, trying to burst down Jade. That's yet another kill that they pick up on him. Meanwhile, Joven, again, looking for a couple more pickoffs.
There's
Yeah,
a black
he's gonna
hole.
find DD.
He's going to be careful. He's just going to get straight up black hole track. Should be a kill. Is there enough damage? Yes, there is.
Black hole
just
is
enough.
stolen though. Where's the black hole being used? Buyback coming in with the time lapse, and there's no black hole mana, but they don't get the kill. And here comes a buyback from Xiaowei, I think. No, he just blinked back in, and they are gonna get the kill on RTR as well. That is gonna be a track kill. DDC's on the run. Couple more right hits, gonna do another track. Goes on OW. They get yet another kill. LGD China just routing Mineski right now.
He had the mana. He could have actually used a Fade Bolt there to finish off the Wisp. And I feel like you either need to fully commit to that, go for the Wisp, use the Fade Bolt, or you just need to run and try save the Black Hole. You still Black Hole such a big spell. Rubik should have just left some of his teammates there to maybe just take a fall.
Call down.
Came back later to fight. Oh, not going to quite latch on. LGD retreated at just the right time. They get out of there. They're going to regroup, heal up, and then try and take some more fights. Because right now we can see the power of their team fight with a Wisp plus PA tethered together. The fast Vlads, it's such a strong early game. It gives a little bit of everything, like damage, armor, the lifesteal, the mana regen, and it gives it to your entire team. So even though the PA is a carry hero, getting this item really fast, I feel, is just giving LGD such a strong 5-man Dota.
I think for this stage of the game, as well as LG's playstyle, they're not looking for big team fights. They're looking for like quick pickoffs. And for a quick pickoff item, the plus damage for Vlad is helpful. The HP regen is helpful. The fact that you could tank in the middle of the fight and somehow come out alive is still, again, very, very valuable for that PA. And of course, as a farming item in the jungle, not too bad as well. DDC, relocate back up, looking for more pickoffs. And I think with the Bounty Hunter, with these pickoffs really helping them out, I think Mineski is really in trouble because you look at Jay, who's been having 5 deaths so far. He's going to work towards a BKB, which is nice, but it's not going to be enough to deal with the Phantom Assassin late game.
He's very close to it though, which is the good news. So the next fights that are going to be coming, he's just 400 gold away from it.
If he
is gonna
doesn't
have that.
die, which I imagine there's a big red target going in his head. Yao trying to walk past the Central Ward. Crystal Maiden is prepared, dropping a couple down in the river. Are they going to spot out the smoke gang though? I don't think they're looking at this because Puck is getting dangerously close. Ooh, Waning Rib misses. Looks like Xiaowei again, perhaps lagging on that server. He's going to get back up, but here comes the relocate. Who are they going to focus? They are going to get Jay. Jay dies. Sound Siren comes in as a defensive use, and there's a buyback. There goes that BKB, unless he picks up a ton of kills. DD does not have the black hole available. Looks like Face immediately being used. Who are they focusing? Nobody's being focused. In fact, they're going to focus on Jesse Vash. He's going to go down. Well, another track kill. Looks like Xiao Tuji trying to survive that rocket barrage. Not going to happen. Yao is going to get Central Ward detected. That's going to get dropped as well. Huge Crystal Maiden ultimate. Gets 1 kill. Looks to a second. Yao no. Xiaoe cannot orb out of there. That's, well, 4 for 3, I guess, is the
Yeah,
exchange.
plus it did cost him a buyback to bring the gyrocopter back in, and that was his BKB goal. But he makes up for it. He's already right back up to 1,000 gold, so the buyback pays for
Top lane,
itself.
DDC trying to survive
Oh,
that
man.
one, but
No way.
Headerson's going to be there, but the bug should do enough.
Joven's played really well this game. I mean,
mean-
you mentioned that game you casted recently where he was sort of like one of the standout players. He, to
Yes.
me, is the big star on this Mineski team.
He really is, and the fact that he's doing it with a hero like Weaver is just simply impressive. If you play like he's been playing with a hero like a Puck or a Queen in Pain, with a hero with innate mobility built in and innate nukes to bring heroes down, he's doing it with Swarm and Sakuchi. These are not exactly your Fableds or your Laguna Blades. He's just nuking people down, being at the right places at the right time. Finding a Wisp, for example, as a solo kill is not what many other like Weaver player could do. So he's just very, very impressive so far.
His kill involvement and just his contribution to these team fights is very impressive. The CM ultimate was also the big sort of changing factor in that team fight. Doing that much damage with the CM ulti really helped out Mineski.
I'm gonna say this is one of the closest games that we've seen in the Sina Supernova Cup so far, because 20 minutes in, nobody's GGing out yet. The goal graph exactly close to 0, 15 to 16 is your score, and the tower count's very even as well. So I really don't know who's gonna take this game. Just on the experience factor alone, I think LG China has definitely more. They're less prone to make kind of critical mistakes, but we've seen what happened in the TI3.
LGD have the experience factor, but they don't have like an LGD mid to late game lineup. They don't have. I mean, they have the Enigma, but there's no Mag, Darkseer type play in there. They're going to play around with a Wisp, so I feel like they may be better late game decision making, but they're not used to having to do so with a draft like this.
And it's going to be a 3-man gank against Mineski. Track going to be up. Silence. Dream Call. Where's the Dream Call? There you go. And they're going to... Wow, Black Hole being expended for this as well. And for DD, he's got to cast a spell immediately. Oh, no. That's a rare mistake that you don't see a support player like DD make a lot. And Black Hole, counter Black Hole, are they going to be used just yet? Yao dropping very, very low. He gets in snare. He gets dropped by the dust, and he gets picked off. He could have dropped the Midnight Pulse right on the ground, but I guess just a momentary lapse in judgment.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake by Weaver getting caught out so far, but forcing so many ultimates. And I think it was one of those cases where the Enigma just... the silence from Puck was about to wear off, so he's like, we've got to make sure we get this kill. We've already invested this much, so just dropping a Black Hole. But Mineski, it's another class they kind of come out on top of, even though it was a track kill going the way of LGD.
Yeah, they definitely needed a kill on Joven, though, because he was kind of scaling out of control. The Lincoln Sphere already making these ganks a little bit more difficult. Malefice was used first, and then they track on top because they wanted to track bonus for sure. But a hero that we haven't really talked about too much out of all of this is Xiao Tuji. He's working towards his BKB, and once he does have the BKB, is he king in this game? Because between Blur and BKB, that's magical immunity, that's a ton of physical immunity. There's no MKB up on either of these heroes. She is going to be the queen for the next 10-5 minutes.
Yeah, PA is going to be really strong for some time. Naga Siren's actually going for a tanky build with a Vanguard. This is an unseen item in just Dota in general. Competitive Dota, matchmaking Dota, this item just is one of the least bought items in the game.
I personally like Vanguard quite a bit as a very good kind of defensive item, but only on... Oh, I'll talk about that later as Yao trying to go in. Psalm Siren as a defensive disruption. Perhaps not the best setup spell. Black Hole's going to be on top. Welcome back to TI2, but Xiaoe cancels it, and the BKB gets popped on Yao. They want to focus on RTR. Mech comes down in the middle of everything. Call down's going to hit on 2 or 3. Yao's going to be on full retreat. They got to track. They got to get movement speed. They do get off the track. Joven's on the chase, but they're not going to get too much. Crystal Maiden buying back. Xiaoe's going to orb to the right. He's going to be okay as well. Trading a Crystal... Oh, Yao walking back, and he doesn't have the BKB. Still playing very, very aggressive. Both teams back and forth they go, and you can see that Xiao Tuji looking for the Blink Strike, looking to reset up. Close team fight. Who came out ahead there?
Oh, it looks like LGD. They get I think an additional kill. They only lost the Wisp that fight, and they immediately cancel a perfect setup from Mineski. Crystal Maiden buys back. Crystal Maiden was getting really rich all of a sudden. I could see him like 1,400 gold or something.
Well, she bought it all back.
Yeah.
Look at this Dagon coming out from Xiaoe, and I don't think this is a bad man or item in any sense.
No.
There are targets that where
Weaver.
they just... Yeah, Weaver is the target. Crystal Maiden, if she's nuking you down, it's a target. And of course, Jay. I mean, he's got a BKB now, but if he can't pop it thanks to the chain stun coming out from LGD, you want to remove him as quickly as possible.
LGD taking a big risk. They're going to go into the Roshan pit. They've got the Vlad's the lifesteal for the Bounty Hunter and PA. It's no problem taking it. It's whether or not Mineski come after scanning it out. They know there's no Naga Song or the Siren. They feel safe enough to go for this, and Mineski, Looks like they're reacting, but maybe not fast enough.
Not fast enough indeed, and Phantom Assassin will pick up the Aegis, which, I mean, that adds her to her invincibility. Crystal Maiden looks like it's going to one-man core. You're going to get the very easy kill. Dagon on top, and looks like Dagger's going to get used as well. BKB is going to be available, but down to about half HP immediately. Traco on top. They want to go for the kill. Coup de Grace on top, and that's going to be yet another one. Lincoln Sphere, where's the BKB? Oh, the whole misses.
No.
Gotta cancel it and use another spell. Don't get it stolen. Looks like, unfortunately, OW has stolen a different spell in the duration of that. They do ensnare up on DD. He's dropping low in terms of mana. One more spell being
taking a lot of damage, but he's got Aegis, so he's just going to respawn back to fight. Nice time lapse coming up from Joven. Keeps himself alive. Needs to find a new target to go on, but unfortunately, PA's back, and PA with BKB, full HP. Gyrocopter's going to buy back with no cooldown up. I don't think they can fight this PA. PA pops a BKB, just tears apart Oa. There's one kill. He's going to look for some more here. Yeah, Bounty Hunter on the run, trying to get away from this. He'll succeed in doing so. Vanguard Naga Siren keeping him alive against the PA.
Blink Strike. Got the Blink Strike if he wants to go
on that CM. Fight that CM.
No, I don't know, man.
Come on.
Can't deal with that. Got a Blink Strike. Blink Strike to the north. To Xiaohe. And no, maybe they're going to turn right back here.
Re-engage.
Re-engages.
RNG it up.
I don't know about that one. DDC is going to go
work.
low. He's going to get dropped as well. Oh, the Swarm's going to be on Yao. Yao's going to be dead as well. The Bug being focused on by Xiaohe as well. Joven playing well. He's going to try to RNG under the tower. Blur as well. Coup de Grace, but says no. RNGG not good enough. I think the decision to go RNG there was a poor one, considering that he had time lapse and magic stick. There's no way that he was going to get the kill.
Yeah, that was not the moment for it. He could have back here on the ramp in the mid lane. This was where I feel PA could have just
went to work.
He needed to change target. The Naga Siren was much too tanky with the Vanguard, but as soon after the Frostbite, he should have just blinked on the CM and easy kill. I don't see the Crystal Main surviving that PA. All you need is one crit, but with the Blink Strike, you get 4, 5, 6 auto attacks in. Should have been a kill. Then from there, he can look to sort of just retreat.
Well, that's not what happened there, and Joven makes yet another big play. I do want to say that Mineski is holding on in terms of the score, but let's not forget that they have been buying back. I think every single team fight there has been a buyback. Even Crystal Maiden has buyback a little bit earlier. Whereas LG is retaining their gold, they're using relocate to their advantage. With that said, they're not winning these team fights handily. That was a team fight where they had Aegis and you know 2 lives on PA, and still it wasn't enough.
Weaver's level 19 though. This is incredible farm as well as levels coming out from Joven. He's going the standard build, but maybe not the right build for this. He's got a Mithril Hammer on the Courier, so he is going for the Desolator, the Lincoln Desert build, but it almost feels like he's going to need an MKB.
He needs MKB more.
Could have gone for that over the Desolator.
I think that should be the proper item choice. Although he sells something in the secret shop.
PA really needs a Basher though. That bash, if PA can get a Basher to help deal with the Gyrocopter BKB and also help one-on-one man fight the Weaver, these fights could get very ugly for Mineski because he's getting the attack speed from the Wisp overcharge as well.
At the same time, I don't think the Phantom Assassin right now is actually doing enough. I guess the Basher would change that. But right now, I don't think PA is doing enough in terms of warranting a complete focus fire from, for example, Joven. If Joven just pops a Wisp in the middle of team fight or focus on Yao's BKB, or heck, just go on Enigma when he's BKB thinking he could black gold, he could burst people down so quickly. He has been doing so, and the Desolator will just add to that. So it might not be good against PA, but it's good against everybody else. So at the end of the day, I think it's still a very, very good item pickup just for damage output.
No, I don't doubt the fact that it's just going to absolutely tear apart most of these heroes. Your damage output onto the PA is going to be slightly less than MKB provides, but it's better damage on every single other hero on the map. So, well, LGD, they're going to try and take a team fight at bottom lane. They're already starting to siege up here, and we've seen already a number of Black Hole steals, so Enigma's going to have to be so careful. If you don't catch the Rubik, Black Hole's getting stolen, unless maybe you sort of tell the Bounty Hunter or the Puck, say, hey, look, one of you guys kill the targets in the Black Hole, the other of you has to just kill that Rubik, because Puck can solo kill the Rubik with a Dagon. Bounty Hunter can do it with his damage, so I feel like they can actually deal with the Rubik alright.
Well, for now, they're looking to siege the bot tier 2. Joven TP's in, and that's going to be the end of it. Enigma has been insanely farmed. I think a lot of it thanks to the track kill. Despite the 1-4 score that he has, he's got BKB Mech as well as a Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter is going to be a big part of his survivability a little bit later on. Bounty Hunter working towards a Yasha and perhaps a Manta style, or maybe actually SMY. Both of those items very good. What is Xiao Juju working on? He's got 2,400 gold. Do you think this is going to be your MKB?
It's going to be Basher.
Yeah,
it's going to be Basher, and then after that, even just straight Abyssal Blade, I think, isn't too bad. But a Basher on its own is just one of the best items you can get on a PA.
Yeah, Phantom Assassin with the Blink Strike getting the movement speed increase. be able to blink in against a BKB target and immediately lock him down with things like Tether Sun as well as Abyssal is just very, very valuable. So he's going to be looking to do that against, I guess, Gyrocopter or the Lincoln Weaver if the Lincoln gets popped. But there you go. Joven's got his Desolator finish.
That's
some big damage output.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. Heroes like Puck we've already seen just go down really fast whenever some of his orb or his phase shift is on cooldown. Bounty Hunter's going to look a lot squishier as well. Wisp, absolute food for this Weaver. The Enigma is nice and tanky. He's got BKB, Ghost Scepter as well as Mech, so he's not in as much danger, but they're going to have to really focus a lot of efforts on dealing with this Weaver. Yeah,
actually, going back to the Vanguard that we talked about, Naga Siren, the item that we don't see too often, but at the same time, it makes him actually very, very kind of invaluable to have a very tanky force in a team fight. If you look at the lineup that LG, again, wants to do, they want to burst somebody down. Coup de Grace, Track, Janata, Shuriken Toss, Dagon coming out from Puck. If you can't burst anybody down, this LG lineup actually isn't that good in team fight. All they have in the team fight is Enigma Black Hole, but that Black Hole doesn't do any damage. It's just another lockdown spell. So perhaps the Vanguard is actually just an ingenious item decision coming out from Jesse Vash.
Yeah. The other good thing is even BKB Enigma Black Holes can be cancelled with an Ensnare. They've got the one spell which can go through that. So, well,
here comes Bounty. He's going to walk right past the Sentry Ward.
Gets spotted out. The retreat to the tower. He's just going to get tracked up immediately. Smart play by Bounty, and he's not worried about staying stealthy. He just wants to get the vision, so they know exactly where Naga Siren's going to be positioned. Not anymore. Mirror Illusions. He gets rid of the track and denies LGD of much needed vision. So LGD right now, it seems they're happy to just take these out of tier 1 towers. Oh, relocate bottom. Immediate pause. What? What? Well, there's no towers. His teammates can't help him.
I mean, here's the thing, though. It all depends on whether he could pop his BKB on time. Because if he pops the BKB on time...
There's a bash on P.
There is a bash, but he can't get the Blink Strike on him, which you move the attack speed. You can't get the Tether Stun on him, which actually is a big deal.
Overcharge plus bash, I guess?
I mean, yeah. Oh, the question is who's going to die faster, the Wisp to the call down Flat Cannon or Gyrocopter himself? And we'll see how quickly he could spam, and whether he even realized there's a relocate.
Oh, 100%. One of 5 players on their teams just had to notice it.
Okay, well.
Phenol, please.
Phenol not involved in this one. I can tell you that.
This is... I mean, it was one of those things, it was like as the little ping on the minimap was coming out from that Wisp relocate, so I don't think it was intended, unless he's got like some immediate like fast fingers like relocate, oh, pause. But
I think they were just dealing with the spike, so because of the spike involved, I really don't think...
actually, Jay was messaging me earlier asking, he was actually saying, like, there's like, storms in the Philippines, which happens, like, once a week, but whenever there's storms... it's a tropical Southeast Asian country.
Right.
Whenever there's storms there, their internet goes to shit, so it can affect them and make them
looks like we're going to have a go. Switch it back, Kawa! Don't want to miss any of this. Actually, relocate comes in BKB and TP, so, you know, he saw it coming.
Another...
Well, the BKB's off, so the juke's up. Yeah.
Well, first hit
bash. There's actually still bash. Yeah.
First hit bash. RNG it up.
We saw ZZZ with his execution bash first hit on the Spear Breaker. Let's see if Xiao 2G's got the Ice Frog luck.
Do you think he doesn't?
Are we gonna take a bet on it right now?
I want bets.
Is there some wraps on the line?
He's only gonna get off 1 hit. Yeah. Like. Based on the TP time, I don't think you can get up more than 2 auto attacks.
Wait, am I mistaken to say that you cannot Blink Strike on a magically immune unit?
Correct.
Okay, so he gets one.
He gets 1 attack off. It looks.
He has phase of it. He has phase active. He gets 1 hit off.
Maybe 2. No, I don't think he gets 2.
It depends on the pseudo random distribution, right? Like, has he be critting on creeps? Has he been bashing?
Well, does the crit affect your bash chance?
No, it doesn't. They're separate. So has he hidden bash?
Bash, yes or no?
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. He's gonna bash.
We need polls. What happened to BTS hashtag production value? We don't have polls anymore.
Kawa.
It's we're too
late.
Well,
we're back now. We're back now. Here we go. The first hit bash. Easy game. Called it. There we go. Coup de Grace on top. Yep.
He should have called down then BKB TP, because that slows the PA's movement speed. Well, first hit bash anyway.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't matter.
RNG gamer.
I mean, it's, you know, sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're good and sometimes you're both. The other thing I want to talk about is that Xiao 8, by the way, if you look at his gold right now, if he hasn't spent his gold on Dagon, he has Hex. So that could have been a big kind of item changer in this part of the game, but So far, he has Dagon and 2K going and Osador. Kind of like awkward.
Yeah, this is with
Jericho
Jericho.
Hold the 4-man Dream Coil.
Yeah, wait,
it looks like
Dota.
it bursts him down right now. No Dream Coil or no sleeping use. Dagon's gonna seal the deal. RTL walks back in.
One shot.
Wow. Get out of here, he says. Well,
Go home, Mineski, he says.
Xiao Tuji's got the. He's got the crit lord. He's got the bash lord.
He's just the RNG lord.
Yeah, there you go. Phantom Assassin, his hero. Let's go.
Whew. And with this, tier 2 tower will fall, it looks like. Maybe Nagasiren can try and stall this. Nagasiren back up. With an immediate buyback from Nagasiren. I guess knowing that Gyrocopter is respawning and they're going to want to fight this when Gyrocopter is up.
No, they just like to
Radiant's
buyback.
toughened
That's
up this
yeah.
that's really what Mineski's. I don't know if
their
you could.
traits?
You could put. Oh, there.
Oh, they want to fight this, Lumi. Come on now.
Well, we'll look at what LG China's doing. Yeah,
That song hit nothing.
exactly.
Wow.
They were out of there.
LGD on point right now so far in game number 1. Decision making's been really good. There's been a couple sort of like execution errors, like we've seen Zhao Wei getting caught out, not using his ethereal drawn at times. But all in all, the item choices, the decisions they've been making, fights they're taking, it's just been a step ahead of Mineski.
Perhaps there is a storm in China as well.
Yeah.
So Xiao Wei should be able to finish this Hex in the next couple of seconds. Again, I really appreciate the Dagon. In the previous team fight, you saw how big it would have been if there weren't a bash, like to just stun the Naga, because immediately the Naga would just say, song the Siren. You had a 4-man Dream Call, but it doesn't matter. We song and we run back out. So there was a bash and there was a Dagon from Xiao Wei, and they were able to kill the Naga as a result. So both those kind of items were very, very key in terms of LG's successes so far.
Mineski, they're behind 6 kills, but really they're behind by a lot more. Goldgraph is just not in their favor at all, and it's going to be tough for them to come back from this one. They definitely have a lineup which can. You get a 1 black hole steal, bang, you've turned the game around. You've got the Gyrocopter as your late game plan as well. He's going to be building completed MKB, no, just a Javelin, so he still needs 1 more Javelin for this, and well, he's really struggling, Bimbo, to get the farm he needs. He's got 9 deaths to his name as well.
Yeah, I mean, Jay has been getting quite focused, and rightfully so. Like, generally, he's a fairly good carry. I'm also surprised that he has a point of homing missile, which it's not going to be too effective as something to lock you down, but at least it makes, you make that bounty hunter run around a little bit. It's just a very easy point. I'm not sure whether it's worth skipping it for stats, but not a big deal.
Joven, he's had a fantastic game, but at this point, he's not going to be able to carry this on his own. There's a gem up on the Wiz to help deal with him, and he's going to be a bit more cautious now. It feels like he can't just play as dangerously as he has in pretty much throughout the early to mid-game stages of this game.
Meanwhile, it looks like Swarm's going to check out the Roshan.
Too late.
Roshan, and it's going to get stolen. Song again, just a second too late.
That was very close. That was a really good song, and an attempt there to actually get that off.
And with Song down now, I think Xiao Wei and the rest of the team says, let's just go mid and try to win the game, because that is one of the best get-out-of-jail-free cards. It's not available for the next 60 seconds. Or 120 seconds.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
What do you do if you... it looks like LGD aren't going to be... Oh, no, they are actually starting to group up towards mid lane. And with an Aegis on their side,
Yeah.
does PA even look to just buy the Abyssal straight up now? I think it's worth just buying the Abyssal.
Yeah, why not?
Aside from the fantastic the stun that goes through BKB, you also have an extra 60 or so damage from getting the relic, so that's a lot more that you'll be critting.
The stun that goes through the BKB is nice and all, but he can still Blink Strike after that. And Blink Strike, you can still cast your Abyssal Play after that. It doesn't prevent you from casting your spells and items. Here we go, Tower's going to go down. I think they're going to just rotate up top, buy the Abyssal, and then push tier 2. I think if this is another more aggressive team, they would have just gone for tier 3, but LG China is going to play a little bit more defensively, or safer, I guess is the correct term, and they're going to go for the tier 2 instead.
Yeah, they'll go for the safer option here. It's LGD, they always go for the safer option.
That's fine. I mean, you could win in 40 or you could win in 45. It's okay.
Yep. We've had this game could go as long as our entire 3 games time limits combined from the Tongfu new element game.
Yeah.
Those were 2 games under 20 minutes. 1 game went 25 minutes.
Radiant's top tower's
So
hurting.
we'll see if LGD can just beat those games combined with just this game 1 here against Mineski. Mineski are a team. Props to them. They never will give up. They'll never call GG. They'll be down 4 or 5 racks, and they will fight till the throne goes down.
Well, I imagine that's what they'll be needing to do. Cooldown's already used. Flat cannons on cooldown, so there's really no defense for about 24 20 more seconds.
Mineski's got two big items. They've got the MKB on Gyrocopter, and Weaver got a BKB. So they are now in a slightly better position to actually take an engagement if LGD try and seize the high ground here.
I mean, if one of them gets Abyssal Blast, they're done, right? Stifling Dagger, cancel Lincolns. Here we go. Where's the Abyssal Blast? Track's going to be up on top as well. Grab it, by the way, or Xiaotuji back up to full HP thanks to Track Tether regen. And here we go. They're going to siege on that tier 3. Tier 3 is dead, so now more room for Bounce Pounder to roam around.
Puck actually blinks backwards there, just trying to not get caught out at all. But like you mentioned, an Abyssal stun.
Uh-oh, Yao's got ensnare. He's going to pop the Mantis. That doesn't bring you back out, but they're going to focus right back on
fight.
Look, BKB didn't get popped. He's going to get back track they go. Song's going to get dropped on top. A ton of damage output. Stolen back, but here comes a huge crit out of Xiaotuji. Where's the Abyssal Play Blast? Nothing just yet.
The black hole. It's coming. DD's looking for it, but only catches Jesse Vass. The Gyrocopter not caught inside of it, but it wastes his BKB duration. He goes back in, takes out the Enigma. Can he take out anyone else? Crystal Maiden getting burst down by Yao. Still alive. CM ultimate to save the day. Can he do this? He's on 90 HP. Still alive. PA finally blinks on him. Takes him out. PA now goes in the Gyrocopter. There's a Hex up on Jiawei. Jiawei on the puck with just too much fun.
Bashes,
Joven
Bashes,
Rabbit.
Bashes.
Can Joven do it? No. And Puck survived as well. There's going to be a blink silence soon, as it looks like Puck not going to be in any danger. Just going to blink out.
No, Rabbit should have gone back in.
Yeah.
Stifling Dagger plus Blink Strike, man.
No Abyssal Blade, but yeah, he definitely could have.
That was a very good fight for Mineski.
As good as they're going to get.
Right, they defended the rack. I mean, you got to keep in mind that that was PA probably at her peak in terms of damage output, comparatively item-wise to Mineski. And had the Aegis on top of her. They killed her once, and the Black Hole came in a very inopportune time. It came during the respawn time of the Aegis, so for a good 2-3 seconds in that Black Hole, there was literally no damage output, or no relevant damage output from the PA, so it was very unfortunate for LGD, but, you know, credit to Mineski. Or good
it was while the Gyrocopter was BKB during the Black Hole, and while he wasn't caught in the Black Hole, he couldn't go in and attack, which wasted some of his BKB duration, but I feel the PA being dead was a much bigger problem.
Yeah. I mean, the Golgraph's still dipping towards LG's side, considering the fact that Track is being on top. But going back to the Joven skill build and item build, like, we talked about Desolator not going to kill the PA. In fact, she really focused on the PA, just run around the teamfight, getting basically everybody else. Focus on the Enigma, Bounty Hunter, and the Woodsman. Eventually ended up with triple kill in the teamfight, so he's getting a ton of gold.
The other thing the gold graph doesn't show is gold loss. This is just your entire gold earned. And the
Holy
gold loss
crap.
for Mineski is absolutely huge.
Shao A just Dagon up to 4, and here we go. Blink, Hex, Dagon, Winnie Rip, everything on top of BKB gets popped, but here we go. Shao.
Physical they don't have the PA, but
where's the Blink Strike? Song Siren's gonna get dropped as a defensive. They're gonna make it out alive. No, Track on top. Dream Cold's gonna be on one. Blink Strike, Stifling Dagger is gonna go right in. Yep, dead.
Need to find a new target. PA going to another one, get some more kills for LG China, but he's not going to find anyone except Joven. No, he broke the Lincolns. Was that with his Abyssal Blade? No, he's still got Abyssal Blade. Blink Strike, Abyssal Blade is up. Gonna use it. Blows up the Rubik. 1,200 crit damage. Meanwhile, Puck takes out the Gyrocopter as well. And with 3 heroes down, Mineski on the run, retreating to their fountain. CM going to take a fall. Xiao Tuji PA. It's a thing, man. He did with Rising Stars. He's now doing it with LGD China. 4 heroes dead. This, to me, looks like GG.
I am not sure whether it's a bug or just a pure coincidence. It seems like every time you drop your Abyssal Blade, the next hit is always a crit. No, like I played 2 PA games in a row in my pub game where I got Abyssal Blade.
Bug?
I don't know. I blink in Abyssal, and the next hit is always a crit. So I guess
Here's an RNG game
lucky.
now.
I don't know. Maybe somebody's got to test that one out because that is a serious exploit.
I'm not sure. I don't believe that one, but if we see it happen again, maybe I'll start believing.
Coincidence. Looks like we have a Demon Edge being delivered. That courier is
Mineski just 200 farm right now. We mentioned the 15k Goldie, but it's really like...
Oh, courier! 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 Somebody!
Still alive?
It just ran their 3 heroes and nobody gave an F about the courier. By the way, delivering a
They've got
Demon
bigger
Edge.
news.
Who's picking up that Demon? Looks like it's Joven.
Yeah, he's going to start building towards an MKB.
Well, we have Dagon 5 up, Maelstrom now up on PA. What do you feel like about Maelstrom on Phantom Assassin? Never really seen that item on her before.
Maelstrom?
Yeah.
I mean the Hyperstone. Does he have it at base? I don't see the Maelstrom.
I just saw it as it was a pop-up. It's on the ground now, next to the... So I guess he's going to go for Mjolnir, which I guess the...
Proc the Lincolns? Well...
The buff... Oh, you're going to cast on the Lincolns to pop it? That's pretty smart.
I mean, you have to be attacking him to begin with, which means if you're... Well, you've got Stifling Dagger. I mean, Stifling Dagger is like the ultimate spell to break Lincoln, so...
Oh, I thought you meant you could activate your static link and put it on the enemy and then pop the Lincolns. I'm not
You can't use static link on the Mjolnir on enemies. No.
Okay, okay.
I'm, at least...
That would be so next level. Right? Like, he's like... It's like casting your Force Staff on the enemy to break the Lincolns. It's similar in vein, right?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're going to siege the mid tower, which is the last line of rack standing. There's a range rack up on top lane, but that one is not long for life if the mid goes down. But you can see that LGD is just roaming in from all sides. When you have Bounty Hunter and missing lanes of racks, he could go in any direction. He's going to come through from south for now, and here we go.
Well, I don't know what Mineski can do here. They're just so item-starved here. Black Hole being back up, and Shiver's Guard as well on this Enigma. LGD are just so filthy rich. Dagon 5 Puck is just looking for a solo kill pickoff. He can kill almost anyone on this map, except maybe the Weaver because of that Linkers who's got 2k HP.
Maybe gonna look for the Crystal Maiden. And here goes
Dead
Simon.
Dagon.
Oh no, look at
Dagon
Jade.
5.
Just gonna get blown the hell up. Right clicks is enough to do the job. Meanwhile, what happened to the PA? PA is gonna
Naga
be
died to
focusing
PA.
on Naga. And here we go. Oh, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, bam.
That's
Easy.
GG.
That's GG.
Mineski just too many buybacks throughout the game. Not enough farm on their core heroes, and just a lot of sort of unnecessary risks that they took. The gold graph got out of hand, but when they waste that much gold, the net worth difference between the core heroes, it was just Joven who had sort of decent net worth on the Radiant side. Gyrocopter was so far behind, and you have LGD with 4 filthy rich heroes, not just their 3 core heroes. It's the Enigma who had the same net worth as the Weaver at the end of this game, and it's items win Dota, man.
I think when you're buying back, you talk about not having necessary items. Also, the fact that a lot of their buybacks weren't really worth it, I guess. You remember that Naga buyback where the enemy team just ran away?
Yeah.
It's a good reaction from LGD, but I feel like a lot of times you have to buy back, you have to win the team fight afterwards, and then you have to get like a tower on top of that to kind of even out on the buyback opportunity cost, if you will. That didn't really happen for Mineski, but this is their playstyle. They play really, really aggressive in both team fights, item choices, and the buyback decision. So let's see if it's going to work out in game 2 for them.
It looked good for a while. This isn't not OLEDs yet. We've got 2 more games for them to try and turn it around. We'll see if they can do it. We'll take a quick break, guys. When we come back, we'll be live with game number 2, LGD versus Mineski.